What's good, y'all? It's your good sis Erica Vane back again with another Powerbook 3 Raising Kanan video. And in this video, we're going to talk about Lulu and Marvin because they fought in episode 5. And I want to dive a little bit deeper into some thoughts that I have behind their sibling rivalry. Let's get into it. Alright, for the most part, y'all, the fighting that we saw in episode 5 was pretty much harmless. It's brothers, like, beefing. They have a difference of opinion. However, I do think that there's something at the core, something in the foundation that's like a little bit off. So we know that Marvin doesn't miss an opportunity to miss an opportunity, and we know that Lulu is going to get things done. And in the episode 5, when we see them fighting, we do see them coming from their different points of view and saying why they feel like the other is a problem. So Marvin feels like Lulu just is Rock's little lapdog, does whatever she say, don't have a backbone, don't have a mind of his own, don't do anything for himself. And then he also takes a few digs at Lulu's music ambitions and kind of calls that out. And for me, when I saw it, that just kind of felt like it was coming from an insecure place. It didn't feel like it was grounded in anything real. So like, I feel like Marvin said it because Marvin wants to have something and he doesn't. And he's envious of this in Lulu. So I didn't really take or put too much weight on him actually saying anything about the music thing. I just think that he was trying to say something that he knows was going to bother Lulu. This just go ahead and confirm for me that Lulu is really talented in the music department. He does really know his stuff, and everybody knows it. Whether they talk about it regularly or not, everybody knows it, because for this to even come out, it's like, yo, it must be clear that that music is a thing for him, that it's a part of him. And I also feel like Marvin's issues with Lulu also play into his insecurities and jealousy around his relationship with Rock. I do think that Marvin wants to be closer to Rock. I think that Marvin wants to be respected by Rock. So it's so funny how he is allowing this to manifest in like this big macho or machismo persona of like he don't care and he do what he want or whatever, when at the end of the day he wants Rock's validation as well, and he's deeply envious of Lulu's position within the organization and with Rock. Now I bring this up because I wonder if any of this could be seeds to plant for disloyalty or for kind of like chinks to happen in the armor, which could allow for other situations to happen. So while he might not completely be disloyal, will this envy and jealousy potentially leave a blind spot or opening for an enemy to be able to exploit? Right now, for the most part, the Thomas siblings, they seem solid, even though Marvin is a up, like literally just be messing up, y'all. And people be in my comment section talking about give Marvin a chance and give Marvin more grace. Let's call a spade a spade. He's lovable, but he be f***ing up. He had Kanan in the stash house with a gun to his head and he wasn't even supposed to be there. Like, let's call a spade a spade. Even with the fact that Marvin is a fuck up, even with all of how they feel about each other, they seem really solid as a sibling trio. Like, they seem solid family wise. They have their traditions, they have their expectations, they do certain things in a certain way. That to me just feels like it's primed to kind of be destroyed in writer's land. So I think that we are going to wind up seeing some stress or some strain being put on the different weak areas or the blind spots that they had. Now going to Lulu is going to point it out in this episode when they were fighting that he don't miss opportunity to miss opportunity. Like, he's always going to mess up, and he's just mad that he's always going to mess up, and that is so very true. And I wonder, like, on Lulu's end, at what point do you get tired of it? Even on Rock's end, at what point do you get tired? Like, in this last instance, her son was in danger behind some not thought out completely planned that he done concocted, doing exactly what she said not to do. We see Rock tell Marvin, like, if I make some moves or if I do something, you gonna be the last to know. And she does that because she can't trust him. He can't even trust himself, and because he's always f***ing up. So for me, I'm wondering, like, again, where will the line be drawn? When is enough? And we get the seeds in the very first episode when, you know, we see the man walking his dog that has like the little wheelchair rig set up, and Marvin makes a note of like, you never give up on family. And I felt like that was something I was going to remember regardless, because the way he said it, the emphasis that they put on it in the episode, I think that's going to be a reoccurring theme where they're going to get pushed to the limits when it comes to Marvin and all the things that he just drops the ball with. And time again, they're going to have to figure out if this is the moment where they drop him, if this is the moment where they drop him, if this is the moment where they drop him. And I really just wanted to make a video kind of talking about that. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. Do y'all feel like any of the issues that the Thomas siblings have are anything real and grounded in any place that's going to wind up pulling them apart? Do you think that's going to affect business? What are your thoughts, comments, and questions? Let me know in the comment section down below. Well, I can't wait for us to see more because I want to speak more about Marvin's position in general. He used to be the head of the organization and now Rock is. And I wish we get a flashback, honestly, so we could see what it was like when he was running the organization. I mean, we can use our imagination and tell, but I kind of want to see the visual and I want them to confirm some things for me. But even that is a setup for additional tension. Like once you have a leader that was usurped and someone else is coming in and they seem to be moving right along, like Rock is on it. She is already planning their expansion. She's pulling them into the project so that she could be on her Nino Brown stuff and it could be guarded, protected. They could have a system that's even tighter, even more efficient. So even that again creates a conversation around even more conflict and resentment. And if Marvin can't figure out what his thing is going to be, like we know violence is his thing and he's always with this, but even in like with that, he's doing that recklessly. Like he went all about the stash house getting hit wrong. Like why did you crash the car from the back and then start shooting out the window when you had to drop on these people? You could have circled around the block. Like you could have been more strategic and taken out more people and actually probably not have half y'all stash ride down the street, but he don't be thinking. So Marvin got to get to a place where he figures out and he settles into whatever he's actually going to be good at, because they need to be able to count on him for something. She could count on Lulu to follow direction and make sure she actually goes down and to think things through. Right now, all they can count on Marvin to do is mess up, and even that, they don't know how he's going to mess up, so they can't even plan for it. So he's going to have to figure out what his thing is going to be, and it got to be something. Even if it's not something like super huge, it got to be something, because at this point, Marvin is proven to be more of a liability than an asset, and we know how that go. Like, let's just be honest, we know how that go. All right, y'all, that is my quick video talking about Lulu and Marvin in the fight and a little bit about the sibling dynamic and the rivalry that's happening and what the potential implications for that will be. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. It's your girl Erica Van coming to you with new Powerbook 3 Raising Kanan videos every day. If you missed any of my videos prior, I have my Powerbook 3 Raising Kanan playlist link for you on screen, as well as my Powerbook 2 Goals breakdowns from season 1 and any of the Powerbook 4 Force updates. Get into it and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.